And so the paradigm of negative population growth is going to be changing. And the social problems that one will have in substituting humans for machines is going to be far easier in those countries that have declining populations. And so for those countries that have rising populations, the answer will be education, and so rapidly developing. For those countries that do not have a foundation of rule of law or education, they're going to be left. That's where the divide's going to get more and more extreme. And unfortunately,
the type of money that can only be spent for a specific number of reasons. And some worry about that state control or whatever. But like in this particular narrow use case, you want to give checks to individuals to get the economy moving again. Yeah. So if you think of programmable money that expires if you don't spend it.
That I think central bank digital currencies were concocted in hell by Satan himself. They are incredible control by governments over everybody's bank account, and they are they're going to create a void of privacy for every individual citizen. I think they're horrible, but I think that's where they want to go.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting it more right now with Bloomberg's Sonali Basak. Sonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told his members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will. During that auction that we saw a little bit before, the attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets. Now,
it was not just a poor auction; it was absolutely lousy. And you know, when the dealers have to step in to save a Treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. I hate when countries go off the dollar. I would not allow countries to go off the dollar, because when we lose that standard, that will be like losing a revolutionary war. That will be a hit to our country, just like losing a war. And we can't let that happen. And too many countries now are fighting to get off the dollar.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. Now, we had the Fed signal rate cuts, but remember, guys, they haven't cut rates yet. So we know the master magicians are about to set up that distraction. So therefore, they can cut rates while we still have inflation. And in the fourth quarter, once the election is over, we know the movie begins. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now we have Bitcoin and crypto flat. Don't forget, guys, tonight we have CME, and it's going to move the market. And then once yield rates get to moving in the morning, the market will move again. So guys, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, which are down on Friday due to lower jobs report. And guys, we know jobs have been low. They just have been revising it at the end. We have the dollar slightly down on Friday. We have volume in crypto right now down. We have Tether and USDC. And then, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at $450 billion on Friday. Make sure you're pulling that on a daily basis. And we have the Fed putting the United States economy in a worse position in 2008. And because everyone relies on the dollar, normally all the countries would fall along with it, because everyone was hurt in the 2008 crash. But since a lot of these countries have been moving off the United States dollar, especially the BRICS nations, when the United States dollar loses its power, loses that world reserve currency, a lot of these countries are going to go along with it. But the emerging markets, the BRICS nations, are going to rise up out the ashes with the machines and these digital currencies. Remember, guys, this is a plan. It moves in phases. And the United States dollar is not going anywhere. We're just going to be on a level playing field. So all the surplus that we're used to getting, that's going to be out the window. That's the reason why Janet Yellen was over there in China. Also, that's the reason why we have so much immigration. Of course, if you're trying to bring in a new plan, you need new people, because the ones in America are not going to go for it. That's the reason why they're creating all this chaos and a lot of things I don't talk about on this channel, but you're seeing all the chaos at these colleges. It's all created. We've seen this movie before. And in the fourth industrial revolution plan, they don't want you to own nothing, but you will be happy. And the reason why you'll be happy, because you'll be sitting at home getting free money, no longer traveling. The average person will no longer travel. They won't have a car. You'll be in the metaverse, traveling from your couch. I know it sounds like a movie, but remember, your life is an illusion and TV is your reality. We can clearly see these small and medium-sized banks can collapse tomorrow. It's just the Fed holding them up. And once small and medium-sized banks are closed, that means that small businesses are closed. That means we're going to have mass layoffs. Right now, you have the big tech giants laying off like crazy. But these are the good jobs. These are the six-figure jobs. But they have had AI and machines for these lower-paying jobs ready 10 years ago. And I've done plenty of short videos on telemarketing, fast food, lawyers, doctors, warehouses. They have it all ready to go. They just need that one crisis to bring it in. Remember, during a crisis, you can do things you never thought you'll be able to do. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, we have the spot Bitcoin ETFs. We have BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale on Friday, all up. But getting over into a little crypto news, we have Coinbase faces new lawsuit over alleged investment deception, saying that Solana, Polygon, Near, Decentraland, Algorand, Uniswap, Tezos, and XLM are all securities. And guys, we see the movie just keeps continuing. And because we know these big banks and big corporations are integrating this technology, it shouldn't matter whether these securities are not, because we see overseas, they don't care, because we know they're the ones that are going to rise with these digital currencies. The emerging markets are leading this fourth industrial revolution, and America is behind on purpose. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then lastly, guys, we have Vodafone looks to integrate crypto wallets with SIM cards, creating digital identity and linking to blockchain. And remember, the NWO gives the illusion of choice. Only thing iPhone and Samsung has to do is do the same thing, and everybody is going to be on blockchain. And we know blockchain gives the NWO the all-seeing eye. But then, guys, this is also biblical, because we know with these digital currencies, they'll be able to tell you what, where, when, and how to buy, and you have 3 to 6 months to spend it, or poof, it's gone. And this technology is not 10, 20, 30 years away. This technology is 20 years old, and it's unbelievable, guys. While the sheep sleep, the NWO builds. And by the time the sheep wake up, the machines will be here to replace them in the economy. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Xrp, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the fourth industrial revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.